Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Oh my God, which camera am I on? Am I on this camera or that camera? Wait. Now hold up. It says I'm on a different camera, but which camera am? Okay, yeah, I'm on the Sony camera. Okay. No, Coco, mammy. All right, girl, go play. Give me the thing over there. You gonna color? Color me a beautiful picture, please, and thank you. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. We have this won't be a. Oh my God, my hair's so crazy in the back. It's always crazy in the back. Look at this. Look at this. It's always great. No matter how much I style it and everything, it just gets crazy. I was telling my wonderful, beautiful, wonderful stylist we need a touch up. Hopefully, we're able to do it this weekend because look at this. This is not the business anymore. Like the purple is giving ombre or something. It's just not given anymore. Do you want to borrow that? Go ahead, girl. Okay. Welcome, everybody, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Let's get this little intro going, and we're going to hit the ground running because we have way too much to review. A couple items here and there. We're going to take it easy tonight because I'm tired. I've been editing. So, yeah, let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Bruh. Did you hit the like button? Drop some rabbits in the chat. Let's go.
Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, hit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits. Drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. If you want the tea, come see me. Rabbit hole is the place to be for real news, not fake news. Celebrity news, breaking news around the clock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock, I rock, I rock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock. Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, chit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. True crime is my specialty. Exposing the industry. Unsolved mysteries. Sticking to reality. Fair use commentary. Talking about cults. Trying to get results. Exploring hopes. Exploring, researching, debunking, investigating, being nosy, super nosy, being messy, being shady. Rabbit hole news. That's me, the chick with ADHD, unmedicated but quite educated. Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, chit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Hit that like, hit that like. Let's go, let's go. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get something real quick for you got to do it over there, though, girl. Over there. Thank you. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Okay, you go do that. All right, you got to do it over there. Don't hurt yourself now. Okay. She stole my gavel and she's banging. Hey, no, don't do all that. You're doing too much. Welcome, everybody, guys. We have a couple things to review here and there. Of course, I got baby buddies, so I'll be in and out. I'm going to try my best to, keep it cute and short as much as I can. She wanted to be involved, so of course, I am not going to, take too long here and just kind of cut to the chase and get to the point. Shout out to everybody, guys. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Shout out to everybody coming through. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Now, let's get started with, I guess, a piece of information that I might have missed today. So there is this orange blob. Some of y'all said in the chat, who the hell is the orange blob? Okay. There is an orange blob. There is an orange blob, I guess, that is caught somewhere in the Epstein footage. Did y'all hear about this? Let me know. We watching this commercial while we figure out this orange blob. Here it is. Well, they got a little thing for us right there. What was that? Did y'all see that? The orange blob going up to the area where his cell is. Yeah, what is that? What's that, friends? What is that? And it keeps zooming in. There's no sound to this, by the way. They keep zooming in. What is that? Keep going. Can we keep zooming? That's it. All right. So that is the orange blob that everybody's talking about. Hold up. Let's see. Okay, why is my mouse stuck? Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. What's the orange blob in the jail video? This is TMZ, of course. So the surveillance video taken from the inside Jeffrey Epstein's NYC prison has sparked a ton of new questions instead of answers. I mean, this whole footage has sparked a lot of questions. I think that's what it is, right? Hmm? So it's a lot of questions that we have. They did a terrible job dicing this video up. That's for sure. The job that they did to figure this out, this whole video is horrible. I will say that. It just leaves a lot more questions. You said it almost looks like an orange suit being pulled up, if you know what I mean. Right. Right. You said I hacked into Hillary's emails and I read it myself. I have the wiki link, no cap. No way, Ronan. All this hacking and everything that we have. Yes, go ahead, honey. And everything. Shout out to you. Salute. Everybody coming through. Roe is 199% cap, only 99%, but the 1% he's not cap. Okay. I think it was Epstein, maybe because they said he had a phone call. Can't remember at the time. Maybe he did have a phone call around that time. Maybe. I don't know. Let's watch that one more time, okay? Because, well, I mean, there's the image of it. I mean, we could blow it up. Is there a phone in that area? That would be my question. I mean, I wouldn't know. Now, mind you, I think they closed this specific facility down, right? Like it's no longer open. Hold up. Let's see. Could that have been Epstein? Could that have been the last visual of Epstein that we had? Let's see if we can play it again. I don't want to buy whatever soap you guys are selling. Okay. Let's see. There's no sound to it anyways. Oh, beautiful. You guys use this soap? Let me know. EOS? EOS? Whatever. There it is. I mean, was he on the phone? Could this have been Epstein? Is it lotion? It's great stuff. Shout out to you. I haven't used it. I used to use their chapstick. You said it's Diddy. It's not Diddy Waffles. Rabbit, if you slow the video down, I think you can almost see when it jumps. Do you think he's on the phone? Huh. Look at that. Who wears orange jumpsuits? Prisoners. Maybe it was Epstein or someone else coming to whack a prisoner. I can believe that. Honestly. You thought the cell? I thought so too. What happened to that narrative? Wasn't it like the cell, like it was off camera? You're not going to see nothing. Maybe that was his lookalike. They offed instead of J.E. escaped. I'm just saying it's possible. Damn. I mean, did they ever? They said they did an autopsy. You said it was Bigfoot. Lord have mercy. Y'all are doing too much. How come, that's a great question. How come nobody noticed it until now? Epstein made a phone call to his mom on a non-recorded line at 6:45 p.m. Now, Shannon, why was it a non-recorded line? I thought all these prisoner calls were recorded, but his mom was dead 14 years at the time. He called someone in Belarus. They don't know who it was. And okay, he said he was calling his mom. I know. And then there's another person here, Brian Koberger, but we're not really watching that. That's what? Wait, so I thought he made a call, but it was to his brother. I didn't know. Did he say he was calling his mom? His mom is dead, though? That's weird. That's so weird. And isn't every call recorded too? I don't know, man. I don't know. All this is so weird, guys. Like, it literally is just it's bizarre. That's what it is. It's bizarre. That's what it seems like to me. Look, there's other articles that are coming about this situation. Let's get into this. So we just saw this little bizarre video, but of course, I don't have the answers to all of this. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. So new video, new questions raised about Epstein's jail cell death after a fresh review of full video revealed mysterious orange shape. Now, is it really mysterious, or was it just Epstein that we know? It could just very well be an Epstein. Could have been Epstein, or somebody who whacked him, something. He said, yes, I'll send you the document from the Department of Justice investigation to what. Please do, Shannon. This is the first time I heard this. Rabbit, we cannot trust the government. We can't trust the government? We can't trust them? I believe it. I know we can't trust the government, but I just love it you said this. Those weren't even from the same days. It was said they took a few videos and spliced them together. Yeah, Pam herself said this. You can't trust anybody. Well, anyone that can trust them if you want, but I can't trust them. Kim, you and I both cannot trust. We cannot trust. Okay. Yeah, please do. If you want to send them to me, I'll check it. I have a lot of emails that people have been sending me since we've been covering like a lot of emails on Epstein. So if you could just do me a favor and in the body of the email, make sure you write what the link is about, because I don't be click when this Epstein. I've had people like reach out to me on my personal cell over this content. That's too much. That's too much. Right. Sadly, we agree. Can't trust this administration. I don't trust this administration. I don't trust this government. I didn't trust the ones before, and I definitely don't trust the ones right now. I don't trust any of them. I don't. Yeah. Trust but verify. Absolutely. Rabbit, slow the video clip down. We might be able to see where it's placed. Okay, I will do that, but it's easier when I have it on my own editor. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Hold up, y'all. Let me go back a little bit. We don't want to see Brian Koberger. We're not talking about him. But let's see if I can do something about it. See if I can go this way. Let the ad play, okay? Is that why you blocked me, Rabbit? I blocked you? I just stop it. But I've never blocked you. I have never blocked you. I would never block you. Okay. Can we see a timestamp? I don't know. Hold up. Let's see if we can do it this way. Let me mute myself real quick. It won't allow me to slow it down, so I'm gonna have to slow it down manually, and I can't zoom in. If in order for me to zoom in, I would have to download this video. See the red arrows right there where we're supposed to be paying attention to, right? Y'all can see that. Okay? And then it gets closer, and you see a lot of you see that little red jumpsuit kind of pulling up. It's almost like it's either a person that's sitting, or look at that, or they're taking off their red jumpsuit. Weird. Look at that. I just saw a line. What line, Kim? The orange ghost? Oh man. Hold up, guys. Y'all see that? Let me know. You see that? Maybe it's the door. Maybe it's the balloon of Pennywise. It's the orange ghost. Well, I'm going to have to slow it down where you guys are trying to see. That's right. Don't be a lurker. I got a lot of haters, but at least some of them will hit the like button, please, and thank you. Okay. So that is something to kind of notice. All right. Now, I do want to get into this other article while I have the time to read this real quick. So, new questions raised about Epstein's jail cell death after fresh review of full video reveals mystery orange shape. I don't know if we see in shape as much as we see just orange. Like there's like a orange shadow to this, right? New forensic analysis of Epstein jail footage challenged DOJ and FBI claims that no one could have entered Epstein's cell before his death. Okay, so a mysterious orange shape seen on surveillance, which we've seen it a couple times here, near Jeffrey Epstein's cell before his death has caused forensic experts and Justice Department officials to clash over what or who it may be. Interesting. In the Bureau of Prisons, who obtained the video and reviewed by CBS News, a shadowy figure moved towards the S offender's cell block in New York Metropolitan Correctional Center at about 10:40 p.m. on August 9th. And do we have a timestamp of when that orange figure was there? And I'm not talking about our timestamp. I'm talking about the actual footage timestamp. You know what I mean? Like the actual footage of it. Because I don't feel like we have a timestamp of that. You said it's a big orange cloud fart. Lord have mercy. Not a cloud fart. Yeah. Do we have a timestamp of the actual, not our timestamps, but like the actual footage timestamp of when the orange thing appeared? Okay. The orange thing, the orange ghost, whatever y'all want to call it. Okay. According to the report by the DOJ's Office of Inspector General, the orange blob, oh my God, they're calling it the orange blob, so this is why I use it for my title, is believed to be a correctional officer carrying linen or inmate clothing up the stairs to the convicted ST tier. Okay. Forensic video analysts who reviewed the footage as part of the News Network investigation argued that the figure could just as easily have been a person wearing an orange jumpsuit and not just carrying it. It looked like he was taking it off though, because the way it kind of moved up, it was like he was taking off the jumpsuit. Based on the limited video, it's more likely it's a person in orange uniform, according to Connor McCourt, a retired sergeant for the New York Police Department and forensic video experts. The expert analyst challenged the DOJ and the FBI claims that no one could have entered Epstein's cell and that he died by S. Okay. The FBI claimed that the surveillance camera would have captured anyone entering the special housing unit or Epstein tier on video. However, the expert contests that the camera does not cover the main entrance of the unit. The staircase is full, leading to Epstein's cell or his cell door. To say that there's no way that someone could get to that, give me one sec. To say that there's no way that someone could get to the stairs up to his room without being seen as false, the video forensic experts Jim Stanford concluded. CBS News said that four other leading forensic experts interviewed concurred with Stanford's analysis. Earlier this month, the DOJ and the FBI released 11 hours of full raw footage. And this is what I mean, the timestamp is this right here. I want to see the timestamp on that bottom of when this orange blob appeared. That's the time. We don't have a timestamp on that. You know? So that's the part that's kind of like making me side-eye this too. You said those cameras are trash. It looks like it. But did the orange figure have cankles? Lord, y'all are so messy. The cankles was bloated. Yes, it was. See, why are you guys so messy in my chat? Oh my God. Not the, yo, unapproachable light. I'm putting you on timeout. 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 You very close. All right. You very close. Hold up, y'all. All right. Hold up. Hold up, man. Oh man, I can't. Yeah, I mean, I think we all did. We all did when we were pregnant. You know, story of our life. Okay, we got to talk, but you guys are making me laugh. Hold up. What happened to the document I just downloaded? Where did it go? I'm having issues. Hold up. Did I get it here? Okay. Um y'all are too much. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to. Okay. So today, for those that don't know, sorry, it just took me a minute. I mean, I have a lot of questions about this. I do wonder what's going to come out of that. Clearly, there's still a lack of transparency in terms of what's being delivered to us, but I'm glad that people are looking into it. They're not going to let this go. People are not going to let this go, and I'm here for it. All right. Now, we do have a little update that was filed tonight on the Maxwell situation. So a judge responded. It's just a 2-page little document. So the judge, Paul Engler, is it Engelmeyer, district judge, and this is in response to the documents request. Pam Bondi filed something during the week, and we read it here, and it was just kind of broken down as to like the need and the reason for all of this request to be happening. Public interest, of course. I think it's the interest of everyone. But anyways, so the judge responded and he said the government application to unseal the grand jury transcripts in this case is pending before the court. And document 785 in the government's July 29, 2025 submission suggests that although it does not squarely state that the government is seeking as well to unseal the exhibits put before the grand jury, docket 796, as proposed by the government, the items disclosed would be redacted so as to not disclose victim-related or other personal identifiable information. Docket 785 at 2, the government has furnished the court with the transcripts and exhibits indicating as to each of the portions that the government proposed to redact if the motion to unseal is granted. To assist the court in its review of the application, the court directs the government by Monday, August 4th, here's another directive from the court, to provide the court with the letter, number 1, stating whether the government moves to unseal the grand jury exhibits as well as the transcripts or just the transcripts. Number 2, identifying with specificity the grand jury exhibits as redacted for proposed release that are not already part of the public record. In making this assessment, the government should take into account whether the unredacted portions of these exhibits, oh my goodness, of these exhibits were received in evidence during the trial in this case. Really? Okay. Otherwise, disclose on the docket of this case or disclose in the course of civil litigation. Okay. Because if you guys remember, there was a lawsuit that Virginia Giuffre, at the time that she was alive, she actually sued Maxwell. So this is a good point to make here. Number 3, identifying with specificity the information testified to in the grand jury transcripts as redacted for proposed release that is not already part of the public record, taking into account the sources above. The government is authorized to publicly file in redacted form its letter responding to this order. So ordered. And this is a signature from the judge. So clearly there's a couple more steps that the government has to do in order for them to move forward with basically anything at this point. Releasing, redacted documents. Now, to be fair, guys, honestly, I don't think we're still not going to get anything. We're not going to get anything, right? Like we know that, right? Like we've accepted the fact that it's very likely that we're not going like we're getting this, but I don't know. Maybe I'm off. Maybe we might get all we know so far that we're going to get is law enforcement testimony. I want to see what their investigation looked like. I will say that. Right. It's like you would have to have their information leak. You're absolutely right. You know what I mean? You said we're still going to get a bunch of hogwash. There you go, Abraham. Literally. So I'm not holding my breath. I'm not. And even today, listen to what had happened today, you guys. And this is a very short listen. Listen, my friends. There was a interesting little thing here that happened. I kind of expected that during the little White House, what is it? They had a press conference today on the various things that they signed, and this was brought up. And of course, anything right now that anything that Trump says, the media is going to grab it, and rightfully so, because people have to analyze the things that are being said. Yeah. So just listen. Okay, listen.
The family of Virginia Giuffre released a statement overnight in response to some of the comments that you made this week. You said that Jeffrey Epstein stole people from Mar-a-Lago. At the time, did you know why he was taking those young women, including Virginia?
No, I didn't know. I mean, I would figure it was ABC fake news that would ask that question. One of the worst. But no, I don't.
Everybody, I don't think he has a good. Does he have a good relationship with anybody out there? Fabulous Fab, I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you in a minute, but shout out to you. I just love to see you here. Shout out to you. I just had to say hello to you because I haven't seen you in a minute. Shout out to you. Everything's fake news, but go ahead. Let me go ahead and play. And it might well be. Please don't get I'm sure that the media is fake in certain aspects, but this is the answer to everything at this point.
Don't know really why. But I said, if he's taking anybody from Mar-a-Lago, he's hiring or whatever he's doing. I didn't like it. And we threw him out. We said, we don't want him, at the place. This is a story that's been known for many years, as you know. But it's, I didn't like it that he was doing that.
That was Trump being asked about a timeline as it relates to Jeffrey Epstein that isn't quite adding up. Here's why. So just days ago, Trump said this.
Just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
Were some of them
young women?
Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept.
I think it's the word taken, right? I think it's the word. Look, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Okay. I'm going to play devil's advocate. All right. Taken as in they were hired somewhere else, right? So maybe it's the word that he's using that could have been a different word. But I do wonder about this word, of course, because you don't want to say taken and then young girls and everything. Epstein was poaching his women from spas at Mar-a-Lago. He got mad, and that's right. And he kicked them out. But this has never really, did Trump ever publicly talk about this before until now? Are we just now hearing this information? And the way in which we're hearing it, it's kind of hitting us a little bit different. You know what I mean? Drop a 1 in the chat. Have y'all ever heard him say this before? Because this is the first time I ever hear him just say, they stole. And when I hear this, I'm thinking he's talking about like they were working there. Virginia Giuffre was working there in 2000. It was a summer job. But the way in which he was saying this, it just it struck me just odd. You said, yes, he has. I heard it. He also was hitting on the girls too. Ronan, when he last said it, did he say it before this situation? Let me ask this question again, maybe differently. Did he say this before the election? That's the question that I have. Did he say this before the election, or is he just now saying this? Because I do think years ago. All right, I want to find that clip, and I want the timestamp. I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be on the lookout. I'm gonna look for it, Ronan, because I think that this is. Listen, I may not necessarily care for the president or any of these politicians, but I'm willing to look into maybe something that I got wrong or something that I want to look into. I'm gonna look into it. I really, really am. Did he publicly speak against this before the election? That's what I want to know. Because if he did, hey, I'm down for it. Let's go. Let's give a little bit of credit to the situation, at least a little bit, but I'm willing to look into it. All right. Now, Fabulous Fab, I am sending you a lot of healing vibes. I'm fine. I had 2 strokes, but I'm doing fine. Well, listen, I hope you're doing well, and I'm sending you some healing vibes. I just saw your comment. I wanted to put up so I didn't miss it. I hope you're doing well and that you're recovering, and sending you a lot of love and virtual flowers to you. Hope you're doing well. Anyways, shout out to Fabulous Fab, and you guys drop some flowers for Fabulous Fab in the chat, please, and thank you. It was over a business deal. I want to look into this. This is interesting because I had never heard him say anything up until now, unless it was before the election years ago. Hey, I'm here for it. I want to look into it. Absolutely. Said, I don't know why he wanted, he stated he wanted to expose the Epstein files simply to see if he was in them. Right? Something's up, man. But okay. Well, listen, I'll give the benefit of the doubt because that's just that's how I am. I give people the benefit of the doubt until I can't.
Taking people that work for me is bad, but that story's been pretty well out there, and the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
What did they do?
In the spot.
He said the story has been well out there. I want to see where. I want to see where. I'm willing to go into the the Wayback Machine to look into whatever clips that takes time to do. I'm willing to go back in there, and that's going to take me a couple hours to do, but I'm willing to do it. I want to know. I'm going to find out. If I can find anything, hopefully.
Jobs in the spa.
Yeah, it's people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago, and people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told him, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine. And then not too long after that, he did it again. And I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, that include Virginia Giuffre?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah, he stole her.
But from Virginia's court documents, she was 16 years old. And so when he says that, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I wonder if when he says this, if he means recruitment, which I mean, you can recruit people and stuff like that, or is he taking them as in they're gonna work for me and they're gonna be, did he know to what extent? That's the question that I have, if you know what I mean. It's in her deposition. All right. But did he say hiring? Hiring is different. He said he stole. So the verbiage here is this is why a lot of people are stuck. So maybe it's the way in which he's speaking about it. And that's why I think that it's weird. So we have 16-year-old girls working in spas. Listen, I don't know, man. My first job was at a Dairy Queen. And it was because I had to do it because, I was a juvie kid. And I had an officer who said, you better get your ass to a job. And I hated Dairy Queen. Okay. That was my first job. I mean, but I guess you can work at a spa cleaning up. You can do all kinds of things. I don't know. This is the stolen part. What does he mean by stolen? Recruited? I think it's recruited, but I don't want to put words in his mouth because he does that all on his own, y'all. I don't know. Yeah, hiring a 16-year-old is not illegal, period. Good point, right? It's a lot of 16-year-olds that are working now, and the laws back then were a little bit different for like 16-year-olds, depending on what state you're in, Yeah, and I'm sure that not everyone was there to give a massage at a spa. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to listen. I'm willing to crucify the things that don't make sense. I'm willing to just put it there. But I want to find more information about this. And I think we can if we go to the Wayback Machine. Because he said this has been put out there. Okay. What's been put out there? Was it Virginia Giuffre's lawsuit, or was it through him? Did he disclose this to somebody else in a network or whatever, that he had, kicked Epstein out or whatever? I have a lot of questions about this.
And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know, none whatsoever.
So Trump claims here that he didn't know why Epstein was taking these women. Now, that may be true, but let's also remember the famous quote from 2002 in New York Magazine. "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy," Trump booms from a speakerphone. "He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it, Jeffrey enjoys his social life." Virginia Giuffre worked at Mar-a-Lago in the year 2000. Jeffrey Epstein first trafficked her in 2001. That quote from Trump alluding to Jeffrey Epstein's affinity for young women was from 2002. So I'm not saying outright that Donald Trump knew, but the dates would certainly suggest as much. And of course, he attacks ABC News for asking the question. But remember, it was not ABC News that put this issue front and center. It was the people who Trump filled his administration with.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable. Let's talk about the reverse. I believe in accountability. So you have to now go through your process. Now, I won't say they're guilty until they go through their time in court. But again, now it's time for accountability.
A lot of people are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk, is when can we see them and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims, 200. So we have over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flight?
That, my friends, did not age very well. It still stinks even now. Now, of course, we talked about this morning, just so people are aware. Virginia Giuffre's family is very much now questioning what Trump knew about Epstein crimes and is also urging him not to pardon Maxwell. What do you guys think is going to happen if she does get pardoned? If she does, because the lady made her demands. I mean, she literally has made her demands. They said, nope, nope, no, no, no. What do you guys think? What do y'all think is going to happen here? 100 names? Okay.
Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
The Ghislaine Maxwell Black Book. What names are in there, man? You understand how many powerful people probably want this thing to desperately go away?
Dan, you might need to take another vacation because I'm just saying, I don't know.
How many people were interconnected with this Epstein sex ring operation? There are a lot of tapes out there of a lot of people. I'm not ever going to let this story go because of what I heard from a source about Bill Clinton on a plane with Jeffrey Epstein. I talked about it yesterday. You can go check.
Wait, he said he was, I'd never seen this clip before. He said he wasn't going to let that go. Yeah, Dan, who was in there? Dan, and why don't you know yet? Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, these people have been MK'd Ultra. Okay. Don't you see how weird they're looking? Even Kash Patel recently. Are you blink twice, Cash, if you're okay? Cash, are you all right? He doesn't look. He looks casket sharp. He does. I'm just telling you, no, like he does not look well. Dan, what happened to Dan? You know what, Waffles? I think it's names from both sides. I don't think it's just one side. I think it's all sides. You know? He said he's been watching a lot of tapes. There's something going on, y'all. They've been chipped. Something happened. Check their necks and see if they got a chip behind there or something. Let me get my tinfoil hat. Not that I like to wear it all the time, but you already know this is that situation where you got to put a little tinfoil and rock it because you don't know what the hell is going on with these guys. Oh, what's up with these guys? Both of them, they're both on there, guys. I don't know, man. Yes, she did. She spoke very highly of Trump. She said she wasn't trafficked to him and that he was very polite and she was very hopeful that he would release the files before she passed. I think it's all the elites, y'all. I think it's all government elites. It's not just, we've said this before, this is not just this country. It's like international, global, right? Some of which, some folks, we don't even know them by name because they're not like out there like that. But Dan looks a little different now. I mean, he just looks like he don't look the same. I don't know. Global trafficking. Do you imagine? So many countries and so many other people involved in this.
Get out. I'm not letting it go ever. Ever.
In fact, even Donald Trump himself brought it up.
Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein.
You raised the question of Jeffrey Epstein in your remarks about in the Q&A.
Well, I think he's got a problem. I mean,
what do you think the problem will be?
I don't know, but that island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it. The island was an absolute cesspool.
The reality is that Donald Trump knew that he had no intention of ever releasing the Epstein files when he was on the campaign trail. He was just telling his supporters what they wanted to hear in exchange for their votes. He hoped they were gullible enough to swallow whole whatever lies he fed them when he finally got into office like this.
Okay. All right. So, Brian, drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with what Brian is saying. You don't have to agree. Drop a 1 in the chat if this little situation was used as a campaign, to get people to vote for him. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with Brian. Drop a 2 in the chat if you don't. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree. Drop a 2 in the chat if you don't. Okay. I don't see any 2s yet. Anybody? You think he's on point? Okay. 100% on point. No 2s? Because there's some people that believe that, and that's fine. Maybe he just got a little worried about what would be released. I don't know. Was this used as a campaign ploy? And you know what? Okay, so Victoria says it's a 2. Okay, here's the deal. Every politician does it, right? It's not just Trump. Like even the administrations before. You said, I think he had the greatest intentions. Gotcha. But somehow he got red tape. What do you think, Ronan? Well, you said a 3. Come on. Y'all are killing me. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. I tell you, they like to censor this content. They like to censor any commentary on this. So please do me a favor. Support the channel. Hit the like button. Share. On your social media. Whatever you can do. Listen. Deep state, that's what happened. Okay. Trump hasn't been the only one to promise stuff, right? Like there's other politicians that promised things before Trump. And then there's been others that have, like, this is the thing, it's campaign promises. Like that, it's almost like, I hate to make this comparison, but you know how like you're in a 4-year relationship with somebody, right? If you've ever, drop a 1 if you can relate to this. You're with somebody, man or woman, or man or woman, whatever. Shout out to you. You're in a relationship with somebody and they can't commit, but they make you all these promises and they can't commit. It feels like that. And you literally, or both, that's right, Kim, or both. And you literally, you open your heart to the person, right? and they can't commit. They tell you one thing, they promise you this, they'll say this, and then they get, that's how it feels. That's that emotional investment that a lot of us have to a lot of these things, right? It's like they promised this, but they didn't promise that. They promised this, but they didn't promise that. They didn't deliver here. You said I've never had my heart open. You'll be like, Rabbit, no, Rabbit, that is not a good example. I'm just saying. Yes, politicians are very calculating. And then they got your heart right in the right place. You know? You say, why you got mad to put me on blast for not committing? Damn it, Alduco. Y'all are crazy. That's why I love talking to you guys, because you guys are so funny. Let's keep going, all right? You guys got some commitment issues. That's the problem with you guys, okay? You got some commitment issues.
You know, these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden. We went through years of that with the Russia hoax.
You see, they were cooked up by the Democrats to sink Donald Trump, which is why they...
Wait, I bet you. How much you want to bet that they're going to find... They're going to find Biden on the list. They're going to find Obama on the list. They're going to find who else? All these people on Clinton's going to be on the list, of course. Who else was? George Bush? No, he's not. Likely not. I don't know. They're going to find all these people. And all of them are going to be one side. It's going to be like, what the hell? You said it's all big news and nothing is real. Oh my God. Well, no, we know Clinton is in there. Listen, that's a fact. I'm sorry. I do not like the Clintons. Okay. I think it was very obvious. It's very well known that Clinton was likely up on that list, all over the list, in various black books and red books and all kinds of books. So Clinton is definitely up in there. So, yeah, let's just put that out there.
Never released the Epstein files. Yeah, perfect plan, no notes at all. But the reality is that Trump felt his base was stupid enough to believe it. Turns out they're not. And so I hope they realize that this is a small part of a larger whole. It's not just that Trump was lying about Epstein. It's that Trump will lie about anything and everything in service of consolidating power for himself. That is what Trump does. It's his entire MO. He doesn't actually care about any of the things he promises supporters. That's how he lures people in. In his first term, he promised an infrastructure law that never materialized, a healthcare plan that was cheaper and more comprehensive that never materialized, a middle-class tax cut that never materialized, a jobs boom that never materialized, a manufacturing renaissance that never materialized. But he did make time for a tax cut for himself. And now he's doing the exact same thing, promising reduced costs and cheaper groceries and lower rent. And yes, promising justice when it comes to Epstein's victims and accountability for his criminal associates, but he's not delivering on any of those things. The only thing he's actually done is give a tax cut to himself. Yet again. How many times does Trump have to completely fuck you over before you begin to realize that
he said, did he say fuck you over? I've never heard him cuss before. Hold up. He did say that. Did he say F you over? Oh, so you better be, listen. He said, I'm pulling. Did he say that? Or did I just hear that? How many times does Trump have to, what? He said something. Did he say fuck you over? Hold up. I heard him say it.
Self yet again. How many times does Trump have to completely fuck you over before?
Oh, the transcript skipped it. So now there's this new thing on YouTube, just so people are aware. If you're cussing, it's skipping your cuss words out. Wow. Okay.
Before you begin to realize that lying isn't a bug, it is a feature. He knows that he can say whatever he needs to say to get your vote, and that once he gets it, once he's able to consolidate power for himself, he doesn't need to stand by anything. So look, I hope that Trump supporters out there recognize the...
Have a good night, Natasha.
Con. I hope they recognize that Donald Trump got what he needed from you and now has no intention of following through on anything. The reality is that these people swept into office pretending to want to defeat the deep state. This is what the deep state is. It is a bunch of wealthy, powerful elites looking to protect themselves and their own interests. These are those people. Donald Trump pretended.
Who is the deep state? Every time I ask that question, people can't seem to answer it. It's this person. I know who it is. It's this person. I'm like, how do you know it's that person? It's like the Illuminati, right? You know it exists, but like, who is in it? Is it people that you say are in it? Powerful, powerful people behind other people? Who's the deep state? The only thing I will say is I'm just tired of us using excuses for these people, the 1%. I'm tired of us using the excuses for these people. The money is the deep state. But who is it? CIA is usually the main deep state. So it's our own government. It's all the gang. You know, if we knew how many things they're hiding from us and all these countries do behind their curtains, we would lose our minds for real. You said, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? That's a good point. That's the big question. Who is the deep state? If you're watching the replay, put it in the replay comments. In your opinion, who is the deep state? And why is that? I'm gonna tell you this. I often feel like that's the excuse that people use to get away with shit or say shit. Oh, it's the deep state. It wasn't his fault. It was the deep state. Huh? Really?
He wanted to fight against them when in reality, the perpetrators are Donald Trump and his allies themselves.
Oh, okay, Brian. Listen, I heard Brian saying the F word today. And that's interesting. Now, hold up. I want us to play this. So, siblings of Giuffre. What you doing, girl? You gotta wait. We make a deal? You want a surprise? Well, can you wait? Can you give me 2 minutes? 5 minutes? All right, give me 2 minutes. M766, thank you so much for the $20. My love, shout out to you. By the way, I was told about the email. Shout out to you, love, and thank you again for supporting the channel. Thank you for all that you do for us. I'm committed. Hey, you are beautiful and fine, and I appreciate you, and thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you, love. Listen, not the F word. He said the F word. Giuffre's siblings spoke out, okay? And we got to talk about it, okay? Listen, siblings of Giuffre speak to ABC News after Trump's comments on Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein is estimated to have abused a large number of girls. The Epstein Victims Compensation Fund paid.
Now, this is ABC News. Remember, this is fake news.
Out more than $120 million to 136 survivors. Another 52 women filed and privately settled claims. And we are grateful now to be joined by the family of one of Epstein's victims, Virginia Giuffre, her younger brother, Sky Roberts, and his wife, Amanda, and her older brother, Danny Wilson, and his wife, Lynette. Thank you all so much for joining us. Have to imagine this has been a trying period. First off, we'd like to extend our condolences on your sister's passing in April. Give us a sense of what went through.
All right, let me stop right here. I'm so glad you said this. Joy Miller, guys, just so you guys are aware, there's something going on with YouTube. Like, there was another creator who has a much bigger channel, right? Her subscribers and her members is showing their first and last name, guys. So make sure you guys are careful not to like dox yourselves. Make sure on your YouTube account can be different than your Gmail, right? So make sure you guys change that if you don't want your real name showing, okay? Because it's showing first and last names. You guys got to be careful with that. I just wanted to put that out there because Joy, I forgot to mention this, but it wasn't Joy who said it. I'm sorry. It was 86 Trump Time Machine. They change our usernames. LOL. They use your handler. Thank you. This comment right here. Be careful, guys. If you don't want to get doxxed, just be careful, okay? Jason, thank you so much for the $10 super surprise fund for Baby Bunny. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you guys. Oh my God. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. Let me hit play on this, okay?
Through your mind when you heard those words from President Trump about your sister?
I think it came as a very big shock to the family. We're still reeling from the very real loss of her, and kind of the way that it was thrown out and the words of being stolen as if she was an object that's really painful to hear as a family who just is experiencing a really devastating time, and none of the victims are objects to be taken or stolen.
In your statement, you talk about Virginia's time at Mar-a-Lago and say it was shocking to hear President Trump invoke your sister and say that he was aware Virginia had been stolen from Mar-a-Lago, and that, quote, it makes us ask if he was aware of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal actions. What would you like to see happen at this point?
I think first and foremost, the thing that our family is the most worried about is that Maxwell would be pardoned or released from prison. I know, talking to my sister, that wouldn't have flown if she was here today.
President Trump has said that no one has approached him asking for a pardon for Maxwell, but how does this talk about the possibility of a pardon? How do you react to that?
For me, I think, and you kind of reverted to being shocked about it. I think, it would be an injustice to not only my sister, but it would be an injustice to all the survivors out there.
Oh, man.
If she were, and let's call it what it is, if the monster of Maxwell, who recruited my sister from Mar-a-Lago when she was just 15 to 16 years old. And I think it's important that, as Amanda stated, she's not an object, and neither are any of these survivors. And so I think we demand justice, and I think it would be an injustice if we saw Maxwell released from prison.
What would you all say if you were able to have a conversation directly with President Trump?
If I owned a business, I would definitely want to get to the bottom of it and not push forward, and I think that it was said that he was asked to leave that club. And then he had conversations after the fact with him. I wouldn't want to roll in the same circles, and I just feel like that would be my question.
AG Bondi promised there would be full transparency, and the only thing that would be kept from the public would be things that protect the identity of the victims. Now it's not clear exactly what will be released.
Let me say something real quick. This is what Trump needs to watch. He needs to watch this. He may have his dislike for ABC News, whatever the hell it may be, but this is the family of Giuffre. He needs to watch and hear in the fact that they're sitting there and they're saying, we're going to advocate for our sister. And he doesn't want, he needs to watch and listen to what they're saying. Because it's just so sad to me, just watching them together. He should be watching. Honestly. It's crazy to me. I don't know, man. Okay.
Do you all as a family feel like those files need to be seen by the public?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's what Virginia wanted. It's what she spoke about. It's what she worked for.
Agreed. And I think, something that needs to be brought up here as well is, it was promised alongside, essentially these were going to be released. And I think the public deserves transparency. I mean, what is America, right? What is this American dream that we all talk about? I mean, if we're not willing to stand behind these young women and children that have been abused, what does that say about us as a country? What does that say to our youth? What does that say to our next generation? My daughter is 11 years old.
Yep.
How do I look her in the eye and tell her? How do I tell her that we're not willing to stand behind women and children that have been abused? And so I think this is a call to action where, what is America? What is justice?
Yeah. This is just sad to me, because this is the piece that we've been saying. It's like, why are we waiting 60 years, 40 years for these files? And here we are every year, every 4 years, we're creating these child prevention, abuse initiatives, of awareness, education to community. Federal money is given to various programs to help with the outreach of such message. And yet, here we have something that is very live and well within our time span, where we can really pull from to research to understand how these people got involved with this guy, okay, and how and who and what was placed where. We're not even being given that, but we continue to throw money at initiatives, which is fine. I love initiatives, don't get me wrong. But when is it actually going to be preventative? When is it actually going to hold people accountable to the crimes that they have committed? That's what I want to know. When are we actually going to do something? Because we can't, it's like a hamster wheel situation. This is a different generation. We owe it to our kid, to my daughter, to my boys, to your children, to your grandchildren. This is why it's important. And we got all this effing red tape all over the place. I'm all for protecting their identity as far as the victims and everything. But let me tell you, we release the files. Then what? Then what? Does it stop there? Or do we go and put these mother effers behind bars? What do we do? Or are we just going to keep cycling in that hamster wheel? Oh, we'll do this and here and this preventative thing here, and then online protection and censoring this and that. I get that, but what do we actually do with the information? What are we going to do? People don't take this ish serious until it happens to you, right? Until it happens to you. That's when you take it serious. Until somebody in your family goes missing, somebody is trafficked, somebody is essayed or abused or whatever it may be, until it happens to you, that's when people want to do something. It's never before that. It's never before that, right? It makes no sense. It really, and I'm sorry, because I'm getting upset watching him break down, because it does get to me that he's absolutely right. And I've been saying this and harping on this every other video that we do on this, is that we're sitting on files and they're wanting to wait 75 years for everybody to die, for a couple generations to go through in order for us to release this information that should be for the public, for everybody. We should know who's involved. We should know that if it's a president or a CEO, a priest, or whatever the hell it is, we should know who these perpetrators are and then fucking prosecute them. That's what we do.
I don't think it's a Democrat or a Republican problem. I think that it is.
It's not a political problem. People have landed on that. Why? Because we're talking about the president. We're talking about this person and that person involved. But he's absolutely right. We've been saying it. It's not a political problem. Okay? It's a right or wrong situation. It's a morality issue. It's an issue of protecting our kids.
It's just an American problem. It's a human issue. It's a human problem.
It's a global issue. This is $1 billion industry.
Exactly.
And we have to take a look at ourselves and decide what type of culture we want to create moving forward. And it's always been justice. It's always been justice and freedom for all. And I think it is very important for us as a family to carry that legacy and continue that, because that's what the public wants. That's what we all.
That's right.
For those of us who never had the opportunity to meet your sister, tell us about Virginia, the person.
I'll just show you. I don't know if it's a little difficult, but this is a photo of Virginia, around 15, 16-year-old. And she was just such a light and a force to be reckoned with. And she was just so much joy. And I see so much of her and her brothers every single day. The three of them special, and the bond that they had. She lives in them every single day, and their joy and their cheekiness and their love. for life and their care and empathy for others. That is Virginia.
I know it's all still so fresh. And Sky, Amanda, Danny, Lynette, we thank you all so much for sharing a little bit of a insight into your sister and the issues currently on the table. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Maxwell has denied participating in sexual activities with Giuffre and Epstein and denied instructing Giuffre to have sex with others.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. But I'm glad that they said what they said. I hadn't watched this, so I appreciate just watching with you guys and kind of reacting to it, because it's just makes me so mad. It really does. It makes me so mad, and I'm glad that they named out like this isn't a political thing. When a child goes missing, are we going to prioritize, was the family a Republican or a Democrat? Let's figure that out. The fuck, this is stupid. This is stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It just and it keeps getting stupid when people make it about that. It really does. I can't, man. Anyways, sorry y'all. Like that really took me out. Fabulous Fab, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. Oh my goodness. Sorry I didn't call you out earlier. Thank you. If you've been gifted, put some hearts in the chat, please and thank you. Ooh, just felt my chest get really heavy on that. I apologize. Yeah. How can G Lane ever get pardoned? I don't know. That's the question. And it's not that he's not open to it. He did say it publicly. He said he has the power to do that. To me, that says that he says he hasn't considered it. I don't know if I believe that, to be quite honest. How is that not even a consideration? Why would even entertaining the meetings? I mean, why wouldn't that even be a consideration? That's what I don't get. But that's my thought on that. He pardoned the guy behind the Silk Road. There's that. I mean, there's been a lot of people that have been pardoned. It is very heavy, Gina, and I'm sorry if I got like so passionate, because I just don't get. I think for me, it's like I don't get it, and this is the shit that we keep fighting against, right? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like this invisible machine that's maybe within us, right? That we just keep fighting when you know that wrong is wrong and right is right. I can't even explain it to you, man. I don't know what to say other than that. No, we are humans and we need to save our futures, right? Humanity will always win. Oh my God, Sylvia, I just got Baby Bunny a Lilo and Stitch little water bottle. So it's cute that you got the little thing. It seems very spiritual too at times, depending on where you land. You don't always have to be religious to believe in spirituality. Some people just believe in spirituality, right? But it does seem like, and I also feel like there's a psychological warfare going on within a lot of us that, if we don't get over a certain hump, we're going to stay stuck there. We just are. And I feel like I fight that every time, whether it's with the people that I love or the people that I really don't know, or people just all over the place. There's a psychological warfare of this is how it is, or this is how it isn't. And what if it isn't this way? Or what if it isn't that way? And I'm always kind of trying to keep an open mind of certain things. You know what I mean? You said, I don't know. It's crazy. Transparency is a joke when we look to our leaders. Yeah. And let me just say this. It's very hard to be a leader. Okay. Being a president, it's very hard to be a leader. I will say that. That's not an easy job for anybody. It is very hard to be a leader, right? And I would imagine that, to be quite honest. I may not like the guy, but it's very hard to be a leader. I can give you that. And I do feel like somewhere in that, we're missing something here, if you know what I mean. I don't know. So, I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'll got a video dropping tomorrow, which is the part 2 that I dropped today. I think we're going to do it tomorrow just because I just have a lot of shit going on. I might have to take a trip in the evening. So I don't know. I might drop it in the morning and figure that out. But you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys watch the video that we did live earlier today. Hit the like button, please, and thank you, and share. I really do appreciate everybody here. I want to shout out Mark. I don't know if he's in the chat, but Mark, thank you so much for the PayPal. Sylvia, thank you again. Everybody that supported today, I really appreciate it because, and James, of course, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. I'm gonna go because I'm tired. I'm tired. And I gotta get some rest. You said, did you hear Maxwell Judge is on lockdown? No. Maxwell Judge is on lockdown? What do you mean is on lockdown? I'm confused by this. How? Hold up. Waffles, biscuit. Thank you, Mark. I forgot to thank you earlier, but thank you. I need a road trip. Yeah. I need something. Lockdown how? We just read the filing that they did. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the judge is on. How's the judge on lockdown? I'm confused. Maxwell's on lockdown? I'm confused. All right. I'll check it out. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go. You ready to go? No. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Okay, we'll play makeup later. Deal? Yeah, you want to play makeup? Okay. I gotta go, guys. Change the locks. Gotcha. Okay, we will. Give me a minute. Wait, 2 minutes. The 5 minutes already passed. Now we're on 2. I gotta go. She don't know how to tell time. Thank God. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Bye, guys.